Maybe you didn't know about me. Boy, I've been changed. Been born again and I ain't never been the same. You ain't know about that, I'm too bad. Boy, got saved and I got a new swag. Maybe you didn't know about me. I'm on a new team. Living holy, so fresh, so clean. You ain't know about that, I'm on a new life. Sipping that spirit that'll get you so right. You ain't know maybe you didn't know that I rock Christ in my life when I spit the flow. That I rock nice on the mic with the lyrical. Boy, I rock right so they might get the spiritual. So we rock hype cause we like to get silly, yo.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is your boy Red, host of Life as I Know It, here on YouTube, youtube.com/inside Mr. RH3, as well as host of the RH3 show on WUIM Pop Radio, the motivation station where we keep your spirit whole. You guys, I am on here to do a sit down, a story time. This is story time number one, and I, seen that, other folks are doing it, and I used to do this, back in the day on my main channel, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it here since I started seeing other people doing it again. So before I get into that, thank y'all so much for watching my two videos that aired over the weekend. Friday's video was the unboxing, and Sunday's was the two collab videos. Number one was the collab with my I Am Noir TV family. Well, both of them were, but the first one was with my team member on the blue team, Miss Marissa. So you can go check her out, Cutie Misbehaving One, and her link will be below in the information box to that video. And also check out my boy Prince Onyx. It was about 5 or 6 of us did a collab video on what does that taste like, and I had gluten-free cupcakes. Y'all, those cupcakes were good, and I had another one today, just one, and I'm gonna save the rest for my cousin. Gonna come over tomorrow and watch the Hip Hop Awards and put in some applications. So tomorrow I'm gonna do supper and offer them, them to him and his mother. But yeah. That's that on that. So continue to check out Miss Marissa and check out Prince Onyx videos, both in the information box. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. And what it was something else I had to mention to y'all before I get into this story time. I don't. Oh, yeah. Please forgive me about this upload. I was supposed to upload this at 11 a.m. and I didn't. So please forgive me on that. And also, I am starting back with my vlogs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So a vlog was supposed to come out yesterday. So I'm going to put one out today for Sunday and the previous week. And then I'm going to go back, Monday and Tuesday vlog is going to air Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday vlog is going to air Friday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday vlog is going to air on Monday, and do like that. But anyway, yeah. I'm sorry I've been rambling for 2 minutes and some change, but let's go. My story time is about two reasons. Well, y'all know one of the main reasons why I don't drive. But before I figured out that I wasn't able to drive, this will be the story time to let you know of that. Okay, so back in about 1989, my mother and my brother and I, it was a rainy day here in North Carolina, and my mother, my brother, and I had went to her then boyfriend's house. They had a barbecue there or whatever, and we left to come home. And so it was a rainy day. I still remember it till this day. And we was riding down the road and about to pull in the apartment complex, and the road that we were riding on, you guys, is one of the main, give or take, 4 busy roads in our city. And we were just approaching the apartment complex, getting ready to turn into the main complex, not our actual section of the complex, but the entrance of the entire complex, as you can understand what I'm saying. So as we were going down, as we were coming down the boulevard, we had stopped to get ready to turn into the complex, and I was such and such years old in the front seat. And as the radio was going, and I remember the song clearly to this day, and I'll tell y'all about that. But as we were turning into the complex, my curious self was looking out the window. As soon as we turned into the complex, as soon as I looked to my right, a car had, with no lights on, had ran into us and hit us on my side. And so, just imagine somebody that young. I'll say I was less than 10 years old. Somebody that young looking at that, and actually seeing the car come towards us. And so we were getting ready to turn into the complex, and I looked over. Bam, the car hit us. You guys, I'm in editing mode, but as I'm editing this, I forgot to mention, after that car hit us, I do remember, getting out the car, and like I said, it was raining, and the entrance of the development, the complex, it was a steep hill, and we were at the bottom getting ready to come up, and get ready to turn in. And so I remember my mom was like, "Go get your sisters." Well, my brother was in the back seat, and my sisters were at home, and we actually stayed. It was one, two, three sections, three cul-de-sac sections, but in each section it was two apartment buildings, but it was four, uh, eight apartments each building. So in one section, it was 16 apartments. So I had to run all the way down to the bottom. In that last section of where we stayed in, it was approximately 40 apartments, and we stayed in the last building, in the back, in the very back. So imagine me running up that hill. It was raining, and we had to go get my sister. I had to go get my sister. My brother was like 2 years younger than I am, so he stayed with my mama. But and then even with that, um just imagine looking back and actually seeing the accident. It was something else, y'all. It was something else. And so that was actually the first accident that we've been in. And you guys, cars and roads used to traumatize me so much when I was younger. And I'll tell y'all another story inside this story after I finish this main story time. But yeah, that accident really traumatized me. You hear me? It traumatized me. And at the moment, at that age, I was like, when I get older, I'm not gonna drive, and da 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 da. And I didn't, even to to my teenage years. And then when I finally realized that I wasn't really able to drive, I was like, I was kind of cool, but then I was like, now as an adult, like, okay, I really would love to be able to get behind the wheel, but that's a different story. But yeah, yeah, that accident really got me. And one thing that always, if you and I can see how people who go see psychiatrists and psychologists have a trigger when they see this type of person, or they in the specific area to where something happened. Going through that entranceway to that complex, it bothered me, for a few years, but then that stopped. But the particular song on the radio, y'all, to this day, I can still remember. It still bothers me, but not as much as it did growing up. And that was Lisa Stansfield, "Been Around the World." Y'all, that song, I, it still kind of bothers me, but it still triggers the accident, and it replays in my mind every time um every time I hear it. And I remember even at the point of the song when the hit happened, it was um I think it's, "I ain't too much lying, wasting too much time. Now I'm hearing crying. Yeah, yeah, been around the world." That part was I ain't too much like, bam, that's when it happened. Oh my goodness, y'all. And that there, even that accident had, I'm looking over here like the accident. Even that accident, you guys, um, every time I hear it, every time I even hear an accident, I get tensed up. And that I wanted to share that story with y'all. The actual main reason why I don't drive, and the other one is medical, whatever. So yeah. And another thing, that with cars, I was about, I'll tell you this age. I was about 7. I think this happened about the same. I think this happened before the accident. No, I was about 5 or 6 with this one. And and me and my mother, we went to the grocery store, and the grocery store was actually on the other side of the mall, and our apartment complex was on the other side of the mall. So we were going, and we were on that other is those two intersections, to that main road where I said the boulevard where we had the accident, and another road that intersected. That's another major road. And so we were coming out of the yeah, this story is funny because when I tell it, people laugh, but it really, as a child, it really shook me up. But as we were coming out of me and mother came out the grocery store, and we were getting in the car. Obviously, my door was not shut, and so as we came out the parking lot, and we put out the parking lot going to the stoplight right at the store, and as soon as the light turned green, my mother eased off, and she made that left, and as soon as she started making the left, I fell out the car, you guys. And she didn't know that I had fell out the car until she got up to the light at the intersection of the boulevard and that main road. I got up and went to walk to the car, and she looked over, and she realized that I was standing there outside the car, face all bloody, scratched up, hands, arms all bloody, scratched up. But yeah, y'all, I had my share of falling out of the cars, and I had my share of these accidents. And and it all happened, as a young child, and that really the accident, y'all, it almost mentally tore me up, seriously, even with looking out the window, as it happened. So yeah. Thank y'all so much for listening to my story time. I really do appreciate it. Know that I love you for real, and I say that genuinely and honestly. And genuinely and with honesty. And yeah, and again, check out Prince Onyx as well as Miss Marissa's video. And if you're not subscribed to her and Prince Onyx, please go subscribe. Know that I love you for real, and I'll see you next time here on Life as I Know It. And also check out the vlog that'll be coming on later on today, and it is about a week's worth of vlog recording, and so just bear with me. Alright, I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. It out there, and he wanted to do a taste test with some of the YouTubers of I Am Noir TV, and see what it tastes like.